During the course of my engineering college life, I embarked on a dream. One big dream. I appeared for the CAT examination in the final year. As the days trickled by, without me having received any letter, I knew I was staring at failure. I could literally sense the opportunity slipping out of my hand. सपने जिंदा रखने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. भगवान प्लीज इस बार मुझे पास करा देना. A line I believe all of us would have uttered at least once in our lifetime. Do you remember your school days or your graduation days? How many times did you think that if you don't pass, or rather, if you fail, your life would be absolutely ruined? How many times did you think that failure was possibly the end of your life? Well, I wasn't any better. For me, failing in something meant I am done. But boy, I was wrong. And today, I can gladly say that failure is something which has helped build my life. Hello friends, I am Vikas Bansal, a corporate trainer and a public speaker. I was always among the top 3 students in my class. A kid who studied extremely hard and performed well academically. Well, that was me. I didn't know what failure was. During the course of my engineering college life, I embarked on a dream. One big dream. For those of you who believe you have a dream every other day, you don't understand the meaning of the word dream. You get consumed, literally consumed with that one big dream. For me, it was to get through to IIM. I knew I could do it. I had to do it. I was good in academics. So I was confident of cracking CAT, which is the common admission test for entrance to the IIMs. I appeared for the CAT examination in the final year. I got through to MDI Gurgaon, which even at that point in time was a very good institute. But I declined the offer. If not IIM, I would rather not do an MBA. I had got a job through campus placement while in the final year. So once I completed my engineering, I took up that job and let go of my IIM dream, which I had been chasing since long. I didn't want to let one failure get the better of me. I simply wanted to move on with life. But somehow, every morning as I got up, a thought occurred to me that I didn't have the guts to chase my dreams. Well, it is these moments that define an individual. I thought to myself, what would have happened if Einstein had given up the day his first experiment failed? The world of physics would not have progressed to the extent it has done today. What defines an individual is how one deals with circumstances in adversity in the face of failure. With that thought, I plunged back into the CAT preparation. I started from scratch. With a lot of hope and a lot of practice, I was ready to write the examination again. When my friends used to call up, especially a few of my friends used to start off with a very typical sentence. Or, Mr. IIM, kaise ho? You need to learn to face the music. One needs to have the courage to pursue his dream again, especially if he's failed once. Many people are afraid of the consequences. They look out for excuses and shy away from doing absolutely anything. The very thought of appearing for the examination made me feel good about myself. And I was really going to nail the interview this time. The results were out. At that point in time, the shortlisted candidates used to get the letter from the respective IIM. I was posted in Delhi, so I kept calling my parents every other day to check if they had received any communication. As the days trickled by, without me having received any letter, I knew I was staring at failure once again. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I couldn't even clear the written examination this time. I was dejected. Will I ever be able to crack this? I was very sad, like last time. But unlike last time, I was not demotivated or demoralized. I had moments of self-doubt. After all, end of the day, I was also a human being. But I knew I will not let this failure stop me. I believed God had one seat reserved for me. Failure is nothing but an examination that life takes to check how strong we are when the tide is not in our favor. I pulled myself up and started preparing again. Many people around me suggested that I quit my job as I was spending a significant amount of time in the office. I decided to continue. It was getting difficult for me to find time to study. I started looking for every opportunity when I could study. And I even did that while traveling in the bus. I remember one specific incident. I was traveling to Hamirpur for some work. It was an unscheduled trip, so the hotel had not been booked. I was traveling by bus and it got late on the way. It was pretty late by the time we reached Hamirpur at night. I checked with the nearby hotels, but no room was available. I had my dinner at a nearby restaurant and came back to the bus stand. I saw the door to one of the buses open. I went inside, went to the last seat. I thought I'll take a nap, but it was pretty uncomfortable. So I got up. I thought, why not utilize this time and study? The exam was only about 2 weeks away. But the light was pretty inadequate. At that point in time, I again heard an inner voice. Vikas, किन चक्करों में पड़े हो? जाओ और अपनी जिंदगी enjoy करो. One of those nights when your mind wants to give you a comforting thought. I'm glad that night my dream was able to overpower that thought. I knew I was doing the right thing. I knew I was in the right direction. And I thought to myself, I will not let any challenge come in the way of what I want. 2 weeks later, I appeared for the examination. I was much better prepared this time. The last two experiences had not only given me the strength, but had also humbled me. It taught me I was far from infallible, far from being a flawless human being. And I believe everyone is. You succeed because of the determination and consistency. I was determined to come back one more time if I didn't succeed this time. The results were out in a few weeks. I had been shortlisted for IIM Indore. I was very happy that I had been able to clear the first hurdle. This time, the stakes were very high. Well, it was like the last ball of the match, and I had to hit the ball really, really hard to make an impact. I started preparing for the interview. I prepared meticulously. I rehearsed just about every interview question I could think of. I made an effort. The day of the interview, I still remember when I was standing outside the room waiting for my turn. Back then, was an overconfident kid who thought he was invincible. And now, here I was as a more mature person, humbled by failures, yet confident. My interview went off extremely well, and I was very happy as I walked out of the room. A few weeks later, and the final results were declared. I had hit the ball out of the park. I had achieved my dream. I made it. For the first time in many months, I could see the mirror with confidence. I could see a man who, despite having failed twice, had the courage to get up one more time. I was finally the Mr. IIM. You remember that sentence? और Mr. IIM कैसे हो? कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. Well, I would like to add one more sentence to this poem. सपने जिंदा रखने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. It's very important to keep trying, but is equally important to keep that dream alive. To all young people out there, all of you have a dream. Do not let the fear of failure let you settle for anything less in life. Let me tell you one thing. If any of you feels you haven't failed till date, that probably means you've not achieved anything significant in your life. Achieving your dream has never been easy and will never be easy. And if you think it's easy, then that's possibly not worth it. I'm now pursuing another dream, a bigger one this time, and I'm really excited about that. So, my dear friends, keep that burning desire alive. Keep that dream alive. Never give up. Never, never, never give up. Do not let that fear of failure cut down your wings. Fly high with determination. I look forward to listening to your story one day on Josh Talks. Thanks, Josh.
Tell us what you think about this video and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.